Hello and good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are looking at, teachers still joining us. So I'm giving it about a minute, but it's absolutely wonderful, as always, to have you here. This is a session which is for teachers, and we are elated and much elated to see that, each time that we meet, we have a new energy in the room. And that's what we look forward to. And, our whole week actually revolves around preparing for this session so that we can bring you the best. And we sincerely hope that you are benefiting out of it the way we would like you to actually, uh, you know, have more sense of learning while you come to these sessions. These sessions, once again, as you know, that they're always scheduled on Tuesdays. So it's called the Tech Talk Tuesday for a reason. We have Tech Talk Tuesdays for teachers, which are planned specifically keeping teachers in mind so that everything that we talk about over here is with teachers in mind. And of course, if you have any specific topics, any specific interest, and you would want to hear about those, please do not shy from telling us. Do let us know. We would love to bring you more topics. With the new month setting in very quickly, we will be, reaching out to you to say, tell me what you want to hear so that we can get you what you want to hear rather than talking about only things that we feel are important. So if you feel there's a topic that you want to know more about, we are open to taking your request. Please go ahead and share that with us. Yeah. And, while I'm doing so, I will request Duita to please come in, say hello. She's my partner in crime here, and we both are here to host this session together for you. She's the one who'll be moderating the chat and other things. So let's say hello to her as well.
Thank you so much, Meenakshi ma'am. Good evening, everyone, and it's a pleasure to see you all. And I see the numbers are increasing. So yes, surely we'll be waiting in for just a minute over here so that our dear teachers are able to join in with us. As said by Meenakshi ma'am, please do introduce yourself in the chat windows. And if there are any doubts, any questions or queries, please drop them in the chat window. I'll be more than happy to have a look at them and answer the same, right? The sessions, if you have missed on the attempting the quiz for the previous session as well, I'll be dropping in the link all over again in the chat window for the previous session to take the test and which leads to your certificate as well. So all the details will be shared in the chat window. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Duhita, for that wonderful, comforting words. So I think all of us are now geared up towards the session. So let's move towards the session. What are we talking about today? Today is one of the most interesting one, and I knew we're going to have large numbers over here today. Because today we are talking about powering up with Microsoft Copilot. My name is Meenakshi Oberoi, and I'll be taking you through this session. With the new advancements in AI happening faster than ever before, you might be wondering how can we use these tools in our classroom to save time and energy? Because we've heard enough about it, but we really haven't been able to wrap our head and hand around how does it help? How are we going to make that stride to understand how to integrate AI in our work and how often should we use this tool and how valuable is this tool for us? So we are going to, talk about multiple things about how AI, in particular Microsoft Copilot, can help you with many new opportunities like content creation, personalization, innovation, and because this technology is creating new content, checking for accuracy in Gen AI is essential, especially in the field of education. So, we're going to talk about all of that, and let me not spill all the beans here. Let me keep a few with me and get to know you better. Yes, we never ever start a session without asking you about who you are, where you are from. We've already dropped that message in the chat window, and for some odd reason, you can't read it here. Allow me to share my screen just about once again. Yep. So I should be able to, and if you can hear my voice clearly, you must be experiencing a kind or, could hear a kind of a husky voice out there. Yes, it's the weather, I guess. So pardon me for clearing my throat from time to time, but here we are. So type in the chat window your name, your school name, your favorite way to communicate. So today's question is your name, school name, and city, and your favorite way to communicate. What do you like to do? Do you like to call? Do you like to chat? Or do you like to meet in person? Well, I know for one thing for sure is that the Gen Z is one that just likes texting. They don't like calling. And I think if you belong to our era, you would be the person who would make a call and ask rather than just keep chatting. However, it's the world of messaging and chatting. So let's see what you have to share with us. What is your favorite way of communicating? Calling, chatting, or meeting in person? So go ahead and share with us. We're waiting for your responses to come in and see what our audience like to do. So great. We have responses that are coming in. Anshuka ma'am, thank you for joining us. You like chatting. Yes, who doesn't like chatting, right? It's like your first thing to, there you go. Look at that. You know what? This question I shouldn't even ask because who doesn't pick up a chat box to chat these days, right? But yes, Ruhi ma'am, I'm with you. Just like you, I'm the one who would pick up the phone and call. That's more important. Thank you, Renu ma'am. Thank you, Sheetal. So here we are, with mixed responses, but communication remains the key. And it is very important for us to be able to connect with each other, to be able to chat. And yes, I have my window filled with Anjali, well, most of you saying chat, but there are people like Anjali ma'am and others who alongside me, like Tanvi ma'am, like to call. So great. With those mixed responses comes in, the way I'm going to bring in today's topic. Well, while you're talking, it's all about chatbots. AI powered chatbots like Microsoft Copilot are transforming education by enhancing productivity, personalized learning, and streamlining your administrative tasks. Educators can use Copilot to generate lesson plans, create quizzes, provide AI driven feedback, and automate repetitive tasks as well. Well, what does this help you with? This allows you to focus more on student engagement. For students, AI chatbots are intelligent assistants. For example, I'm reading to my system. Microsoft Reading Progress allows me to read to the system, and Reading Coach will help me, tell me what have I not pronounced correctly and practice those words with me. So that's a beautiful way. And by the way, on that, uh, for Reading Coach and Reading Progress, if you or your English subject teachers, your language teachers, or your entire school would like to interact with Anu, Anu is yeah, is the main person behind she's on the product team of Reading Progress. She has very kindly offered to meet us virtually. She was in India, and I caught her there to say, you know what, you need to meet our users of AI. Of Reading Progress. So Anu Patte is more than happy to meet you virtually. So if your school would like to meet Anu, tell her about what you're doing and learn from her. She's building transformative AI products for learning at Microsoft, particularly Reading Progress, and is a Stanford graduate, from the School of Business. So if you would be interested, drop us an email about what is it that you would like to talk about to Anu Bhatte. She is happy to see how you're using, uh, you know. Uh, Reading Progress, and also how would you, what are the changes that you're looking forward to? So that's an opportunity for you. Go ahead and tell me what is it that you would like to ask Anu. So what are some of the appropriate ways of using Reading Progress? How have you used it successfully? How would you like to carry on conversations, or using Reading Progress and Reading Coach? And is there anything that you still want to see coming in into Reading Progress? So that's your opportunity to meet. So that's why I asked that, why do you like to, what do you like to do? Call or chat. So if you want to chat, chatbots are your buddies. If you want to have a meeting or a call like this, I've given you the offering. We, from time to time, we keep bringing in experts, and here's the expert from the Microsoft Worldwide team who's happy to meet you and hear you, listen to you, and also talk to you about what the product has to offer. So if you want it, do write to us. We'll be happy to, invite her in on a mutually agreed date. We will create a form. Duita, I will request you to do that. This is just come into me, the opportunity, so I'm sharing with you all. Duita, if you could please create a form to say school interested in what is it would they like to showcase, would they like to talk, and the preferred date and time between I would say last week of March and first week of April. So please go ahead and share with us. We would love to share this opportunity with you all. So, coming back to AI chatbots, today's hero chatbot is Microsoft Copilot. What is Microsoft Copilot? Well, it is a Chat GPT-4 powered chatbot. Yes, for all the questions, why Copilot and why not Chat GPT? I'm going to bring to you all of that. So just hold your breath as we move forward. So, once again, Microsoft Copilot is an ChatGPT 4 powered chatbot that helps you browse through the web, find answer to questions, and much more. It can be accessed through Copilot website or Microsoft Edge browser and can be used to both ask simple questions or complex questions or request for summaries of articles or books or events or news or sports. Or you know what? You've just won the championship. Big hooray to our cricket team. But let's see what is it that our students, what are the questions on their mind, what is it, how would you like to take it into your class? If I were you, I would ask Copilot to create an opportunity for uh, for this championship win to be a good how can we highlight the good sportsmanship during this championship. So learning values out of each event is something that you could look forward to. I would do that. I'm not sure about how what you're going to use it for. That you can also be using this as a creative tool as it helps you write poems, stories, or even share ideas. So if you feel you want to go ahead and initiate discussion about sportsmanship in your class, go ahead and ask Copilot to create a poem or a short story for you out of this championship and highlight that story and ask your students, wow, what do we learn out of this? How do we take this into our classroom? Yeah. So to do all of this, all you need is to go to copilot.microsoft.com and there you go. You are good to go. But wait, don't go because we are not ready yet. Let's first understand, let's start from the beginning. So, what is Copilot? Copilot is a tool which uses generative AI to serve you as a helpful assistant. To remember my words, helpful assistant to you in the classroom. Copilot can help you to save time, give you differentiated instructions, and also help enhance student learning. Really depends on the kind of input that you give and the output that you get really is upon you. S- Sorry. So with Copilot, you can easily create lesson plans, you can create quizzes, rubrics, and other resources for learners at any level. But how does all this work? Well, Copilot is the UI of AI. What do I mean by that? Copilot is a user interface of artificial intelligence. Okay. Microsoft envisions that everyone having a Copilot as their trusted AI assistant. Copilot understands you and your context, and it provides a consistent user experience to interact with AI. For us as teachers, Copilot is a game changer because what it can do is it can align these lesson plans to your learning objectives, your learning outcomes, and teachers can radically reduce the amount of time that you are spending in developing these lessons. However, beyond this, what we see is your instructional technology integrator. This could be a huge piece to help you improvise, to bring in more quality, to bring in more depth, to bring in more um, uh, I would say, conversational or engaging or interactivity to your classroom. So the instructional support that you get is what I find major, even more than just creating lesson plans. It can help you incorporate, advanced frameworks. Like, for example, we hear the universal design for learning. We hear about the competency-based learning. We hear about the inquiry-based learning. There's so many pedagogy models. How do we absolutely integrate that, or bring that into our current lesson plans, is what you could do, and personalize these using Copilot. So here's the entire piece of what Copilot is. There are multiple agents working in the background to actually bring this Copilot control system together, so that we can provide you governance and controls for data protection, agent management, and reporting needed to measure the outcomes. So here is a complete piece that works in a very protected environment, does not use your chat to make their systems more intelligent. So while Microsoft Copilot Chat is available across platforms, I want to make a mention over here very clearly, and please make a note of this. You can get started for free. Yes, the Microsoft Copilot Chat is included in your Microsoft A1, A3, and A5 licenses. When you go to the browser and type portal.office.com, what you will do is you sign in with your school ID. If your school has a Microsoft account, sign in with your school ID. It'll automatically pop up to say upgrade to or include Copilot. Please say yes, there is no money involved in that. So, this intuitive, flexible platform has the potential to transform the K 12 education for teachers, staff, and students. And this version of Copilot, which is a large language model whose starter prompt is ask me anything, is fitting for a classroom. Imagine somebody telling you ask me anything. Isn't that a dream? Well, yes. So Microsoft Copilot can also has the enhanced or the paid version, which integrates the AI assistant into all of your office tools and gives you a seamless experience. However, that is a paid version. And Microsoft Copilot Chat is available as an application within Microsoft 365, which I've just spoken about. It is also available on your browsers between your Edge, Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla, all of these, it's all available, right? So, which means that you don't have to navigate through unfamiliar platforms. You can simply either go to your M365 platform and you will get it, or you can simply go to any browser, go to the Copilot app, that is copilot.microsoft.com, and begin to write your prompt. And this is ideal for any teachers teaching any subjects. So I'm going to pause here by re-emphasizing that Copilot Chat is available at no additional cost for Entra users with Microsoft A1, A3, A5 licenses for faculty, staff, and higher ed students. Microsoft Copilot can be added to these licenses at $30 per user per month, which I feel if you are at a maturity level, you can consider. And of course, you can write to us. And thanks, Luita, for sharing a screenshot of what it looks like when you have, M365 available within Copilot available within M365. And I'm just going to go to the portal as well and show you once. Yeah, because I'm going to work over there. So it is important for you to understand the one on the left side. It says M365 Copilot for personal AI assistant, which will go across the system, is a paid one. So please know that. All right. Okay. So that is clear. Yet, what's in it for me? Yeah, why should you be using it? What's the real value of M365 Copilot? Why should I be using it? Um, before engaging in a conversation with AI, I found it very helpful to use Copilot to support my thinking. That's my first to go, reason to use a generative AI platform. What I want is I need support in my thinking. I don't want it to automate and do the work for me. No, I want it to support my thinking. For example, I prompted it to learn about the content of, you know, um, about a particular topic. So I want my generative AI tool to help me think along with me that if I were to teach this topic to these students, and these are my learning objectives, and these are my learning outcomes, I'm catering with students of different capabilities in my classroom. How can I bring in more engagement? So, my question really, really, really matters. Yeah. Okay. As we go forward, I'm going to talk about that. But first, let's talk about what does it do? What it does is it focuses on what matters most, and everyone empowers everyone in your organization. And the best part is it is protected, and your data is something that is absolutely secure. So, what are the five main features, or I would say five ways in which Copilot in education can be used is boosting creativity and amplifying creativity, productivity and creativity. That is the first one, which means think with me, enhance collaboration experience, personalize learning, and prepare students, and of course, maximize educational value. If I were to talk about personalization, I would say Copilot can support personalized learning by helping you create content, tailored feedback, and guidance for what is it that students need at their learning level. So, how can I support? A detailed feedback really supports a student. How can I support my student by giving them a detailed feedback about what they have, whatever they have learned or delivered? Number two, I love brainstorming with it. Copilot can help you brainstorm on new ideas for activities, lesson plans, support material, assignments, anything that you want. And of course, lesson planning is something I don't need to mention. I think you all know how beautifully you can do that. And I know chat windows filled with me telling, oh, I absolutely love Copilot because I've done so much with it. To me, still, the most helpful way, the way I can use Copilot is for providing feedback. You can draft an initial feedback and ask ideas for to Copilot for checking on, can you edit this? Can you personalize this for a student? I want to say this, but I don't want to be rude. I want to say this, yet I don't want to be too, upfront, but I want to help my students. So give me some tips to help my students. So something like that. Yeah. And of course, sometimes we just get quick answers. If you're not convinced enough about Copilot, I want to show you this. There's a study that has been done, and I'm happy to share the study in the chat window as well. That study shows that 85% of users said Copilot reduced effort to complete the task. Don't say it completed the task. It reduced the effort to complete the task. And the figures are in front of you. 6 minutes saved in both these tasks. And look at this one. And this was outside the classroom. Here's saving time within your classroom. Generate a draft or lesson plan for a new topic. 24 minutes is what it saved. Analyze your activity. That's my favorite thing to do, by the way. If I have an activity, I always give it to Copilot to say, hey, analyze this and improve this basis. How interactive or engaging is it? Basis, or add some inquiry questions to it, or something like that. So I love analyzing my own work. So I try and analyze my work, and it actually saves me a lot of time. And of course, add new activities. I'm sure by now you'll say, okay, cool. How? How do I use Copilot? Yes, this is the stage where we start using Copilot. What to use Copilot? What we need to do is, it is your everyday companion, and that's the logo for Copilot. When you open it for the first time, this is the kind of screen that you get, and it gives you some prompts where you can start. So, I'm just going to let you view this video a minute to see how this works, and then I'm going to take you and make it work. Well, you could see how magic happens, how beautifully it just gave you the entire plan. But where do we start and where do we stop? I'm going to take you to the portal, and I'm going to do something with you. But what I want is the first prompt is what I'm going to take, and I'm going to show you how this will work. And the second prompt, I want you to start working with me. Yes, that's how it should be. Yeah. So allow me to take you through the first prompt. I'm going to give you some suggestion on the prompts in our session. In the upcoming session, we're going to give you prompt engineering capsule. Yet today, I'm just going to go ahead, use, this prompt for today, and I'm going to go ahead and, use my use this opportunity to look up what is it that I can do to actually use Copilot. So while we are at it, if you have, because I've got a lot of responses in the chat window saying I've done this with Copilot, it'll be absolutely awesome because I don't think any one of us can be a holder of knowledge, all the knowledge. So therefore, if you know of something, please go ahead and share in the chat window what was the prompt that you used in Copilot while creating these lesson plans. So I will look at your leadership as well over there. So please go ahead and share with us, how did you use Copilot, or what prompt did you use? And in the meanwhile, I'm going to take you to this piece and show you how it works. Now, do you see where I am? No, you don't. I'll tell you where I am. This is my landing piece. So when I go to portal.office.com, I log in. It'll give me a prompt over here, what Duhita had shared. Duhita, please confirm you can see the screen. Do I know you can see it?
Yes, the screen is visible. Thank you.
Thank you. So you can see now it says, Welcome to Microsoft 365 Copilot. And over here on the left side, I have Copilot Chat. Now, this does not mean that I have the paid version of Microsoft Copilot. This is just Copilot Chat that I have available. So when I click on this icon, the Copilot will appear right here. You don't need to go finding, you don't need to go and see where Copilot is and how to do so, how to find it. What you need to do is, or if you don't have, if you're not a Microsoft 365 user, simply go to copilot.microsoft.com and you will get this sort of a screen. Okay, I'm back over here. I'm going to use my prompt today, and my prompt says, create a cybersecurity. Now, we've been talking about, a lot of security piece till now. I want to take cybersecurity in every classroom. I don't want it limited to the IT teachers, because all of us are digital educators today, and we need to create a cyber security awareness campaign within our class. So if I want to do it for my school staff, faculty, I want it to include phishing prevention, uh, probably password management, and responding to potential breaches. I also want it to create a uh, m- probably mock drill for cyber security. Okay, I wanted to give me ideas for grades, let's say 3 to 8. So let's say I'm going to ask for this. There you go. The minute I ask, it will not only draft the entire email. So deliberately, I did not take a lesson plan here, if you can see, right? Because lesson plan is something I know you're very curious about, and I know you're anyway going to do. So what is it? What other than lesson plan are we going to do? Here's my way of creating cybersecurity awareness. I draft an email for my staff and faculty and give them certain tips over here. Yeah. While I do that, I can now pick up over here to say, you know, um, this is one piece, make the language to be simpler, more understandable by people. So I'm going to say, make the language of the email uh, simpler and understandable for for uh, beginners and those who have baseline knowledge. Okay, so don't just accept the first response. Please look at that. Automatically the language becomes so much simpler. Now, to think about all of this, I would have taken so much of time and effort. However, if this can act like my thinking buddy and can actually help me, understand how to run this in my class. So it says, watch out for phishing. Okay, that actually helps you pause and think, what is phishing? I don't know. Be careful. Check on the sent email. or the attachments. Oh, then I get an idea about what phishing is. I could actually also include over here explain phishing in simple words. Yeah, as you like it. So, what I'm trying to do over here is have threaded conversation, make my life simpler so that when I have to talk to my team about cybersecurity, it is understandable and it doesn't sound like some alien language which is not relatable. This has to be relatable. And believe you me, these things happen with each one of us every day these days. And you've seen the kind of, threats that we face. Now, that was number one. The other piece that I asked was for a cybersecurity drill for grades 3 to 8. What is the preparation that I need, the drill steps that it has given me, and the follow up? Now, this is the same for grades 3 to 8. Now, I'm going to say draft um, the mock cybersecurity drill for grades 3 to 8 uh, at each grade level. My typing, providing simple activities to understand and include inquiry questions or scenarios. Yeah. Now, students don't relate to a lot of text, but what they always relate to is very simple, very, very simple stuff to understand, play, and learn, or, give them a situation to analyze. They would love it. Tell them, you know what, there was a class, this happened. What do you think you should do? They will sound so intelligent that they will put their brains together, brainstorm to give the best of the responses that you can. So here you are, story time. Read a short story. I don't have that story, right? So pick this up and say, draft the story time story. Okay, so here you go. It's going to draft for you. What are you doing over here is you're going deeper rather than staying just on surface. And there you go. You've also got comprehension questions. So while you give this piece for students to read in groups, here are questions for you to actually offer to them. And also, you could ask to say, hey, what are some of the follow-up activities that I could do? So there are questions here also which are suggested follow-up questions for you to actually ask students. So there you go. Your entire plan, grade-wise, will be made available over here, and you can actually have meaningful conversations within your class so that what you're doing is something that is relatable to them at each level rather than just going generic. It is very much that you're able to make sense of what is happening. Yeah. I hope this did make sense to you. Please go ahead and share your questions, queries, thoughts, comments in the chat window while I wait for your responses to come in. And I know you're very eager to try. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this prompt, and I'm going to give you another prompt actually. I know you're more interested in lesson plans. So just the way I've created this one, there's a lesson plan prompt that I'm giving you. All right. And you could try this prompt in Copilot. So just go to Copilot. Okay. All you need to do is, let's say, I'm giving you this, by the way, but you could draft your own as well. You could take inspiration from here and draft your own, or simply just take this as you like it. Okay. So here you go. The prompt is in your chats. It's come out as a very longish kind of a, big kind of a font. Let me try and clear all of that and send you again. But I'm waiting for you to go to copilot.microsoft.com and go ahead and try one of these prompts. Yeah, you did a week-wise plan? Yes, fantastic. Hmm, great. Now you see, every time you go back to Copilot, go for something new. Don't just repeat what you've been doing. I know it's wonderful to repeat, but you know what? Try something new. And I love Sheetal's spirit. She's always at it, and Nidhi ma'am, you're always at it, trying something new. There you go. Go ahead and try this. I'm waiting for you. And if you have any questions, we are right here. We want to empower you along with, rather than waiting. Um, you know,
Thank you, Yagnesh sir. It's a pleasure. Meenakshi ma'am, I
yes,
think we
please.
lost your voice. Yeah.
Oh, no, no. I'm here. I'm just waiting for everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, like I said, I'll wait for everyone to try the prompt. I've given you the prompt here as well, and I've given you in the chat window. Go ahead and please try this. And let's see some, success here. As you do so, we will be able to move onwards. Okay, there are so many AI tools which I love this question. Jyoti ma'am, thank you for asking this question because I'm just moving in that direction. So, yes, there are so many tools which can give you the best result. It's so difficult to decide, isn't it? Well, don't worry. We're just going to talk about that. Try Copilot once, have a hands on experience, and we're going to take a dip into others as well. Okay, 30 seconds, and we will move onwards. All right. I hope you've all taken a dip and, I hope you're back with us. Well, your question, right? But why not others? Gen AI tools. Why Copilot? When you have Chat GPTs and the Geminis and the Perplexity and the major players, in chatbot domain looking at you, why should you be looking at it? So, in an attempt to assess their practical usefulness, we are going to put these chatbots to test. Yes, we can even test them. To evaluate this performance, what we are going to do is we're going to act like we are tech experts and we're going to take our real life scenario, draft probably use the same prompt that I have offered to you and try it in all these platforms. So there are multiple platforms here. While you're looking at these platforms, do remember that there is a different purpose. So I'll give you kind of a perspective of what they do so that before you start trying others, you should be able to, make your own decisions on which one to use or why. Or what we could do is actually, let's do this. I use, generative AI regularly to polish my content, but I use each of these for a different purpose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some time to actually try one more, at least one more of these, any of these that you want. Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini. Oh, there are Geminas twice. Great. So any of these tools and just try and see what is the kind of response or result that you get. Okay, so my use of Gen AI is generally driven by my moments of thinking. So there has to be an easier way to do this, right? When I'm looking for something, I should be able to get the result that I'm really looking for. So I want you to decide rather than me to tell you what works the best, or each one to his own. And each time you go to use these tools, there has to be a purpose. So go ahead and try one more tool. You've just tried Copilot. Try one more tool for yourself, and I'm going to go ahead and let you know how are some of the facts about these tools that can help you drive your usage. Yeah. Okay, Copilot even helps to resolve personal questions, real life situations with diverse real life challenges and suggestions. Lovely, Mukta ma'am. So this is interesting that you're using it for a very diverse purpose. Great. Keep them coming in. All right. Lalita ma'am says I already used it for the doubts in lesson. Yeah, that's another way to use. Great, fantastic. Keep these questions coming. And as you're trying, in the interest of time, I would like to highlight over here that, Gemini, if that's the first tool that you're drawing, it can take diverse input handling capability. It has a Google ecosystem and it's a freemium plan, which means paid plan for advanced features. Copilot, I think I've already told you. The best part is deep integration into productivity tools. So if you're using within your, the Copilot chat, if you say that give it in a grid format in an Excel sheet, it'll automatically create an Excel sheet for you. And that's beautiful. Again, freemium, paid plans, I've told you already, are advanced features. Perplexity is for detailed research with source linking. So if you want to do like for higher education, we normally recommend, for any kind of research purposes, go to Perplexity because it's again a freemium plan though, but it'll give you source linking beautifully. Then there is Anthropic's Claude, which is high performance in text reasoning. So if you're looking for reasoning, and it has a closed beta, no public pricing at all right now, but you should be able to get your results. And Chat GPT-4 advanced multimodal interactions and tiered modeling prices are there. But then Chat GPT-4, I would say that you already have Copilot, which is built on Chat GPT-4. So you don't have to pay for it. You're already using it in Copilot. Therefore, Copilot. Okay, this is another great question that has come in. What's the what accuracy we can from the data generated by these tools? Well, I'm telling you upfront, these tools are um, I can't say not reliable, but I think you need to have your own check. You must, because you see what is happening behind the scenes is it's relying on the data that is already available on the web, and there are multiple sources. So it does not authenticate what it's offering you. Therefore, the kind of accuracy of result that you're looking at from these generative AI tools, you have to actually validate. You cannot just take them on face value. Many a times you will get information which is not accurate. Yeah. So what I would say is it varies significantly depending on the application, quality of training data that they've used, and the specific modes that they've used. And some studies suggest showing high accuracy rate, while others highlight the potential that there are hallucinations, there are inaccuracies. So it really depends on what you're looking at. But what I would say is bottom line, please you know please read and do not accept everything that it offers to you. Each and every one of us really needs to take this as our thinking buddy. And we always don't take everybody's advice, do we? We always have a conversation with ourselves to say, okay, let me see how this helps me. Yeah, it's same thing holds here. But what I can tell you is number one, Copilot, it's absolutely seamless. You can easily integrate into Microsoft tools. It's very powerful and it's very efficient, as you could see. Yeah, so a thorough check, definitely, Anamika, a thorough check is always required. Now, how to get onboarded? Because we are about, some few hundreds of people here, but there are thousands of people back in our schools who really need to start using these. So there are quick start guides that are available, beautiful quick start guides. My best way to educate everybody is put it up in the staff room. Don't ask anybody to use, and you will see everybody using it. That would be my way of informing everybody that start using. It's really, really useful for you. So start using. And as you do so, you will see high rate acceptance, because the minute you tell someone to do something, they might not take to it literally at that time, because they're not ready for the learning that you're ready to offer to them. So if you are, happy to tell others about it, well, go ahead and, just put it in your staff room. We are happy to share the link to this as well. If you want a detailed sheet, this is another sheet that we'd like to, share with people to say, if you want to put up a comparison sheet because people think you're selling Copilot to them, go ahead and put this in your schools. I'll let you soak this in. Take a minute to read so that whatever I've spoken about is out here as well. So go ahead and do so, and I will share the link for the quick start guide in your chat window, which you can take to your schools today. And do them a favor. If they were not here, just help them get it. And thanks, Suita, for that image. And while you do so, the entire story is about the prompt. So this is what we have done, that I tried this in all of these platforms, which are very, very powerful platforms, and I think the kind of results that I got were very, very impactful. But I think I got my responses the best at on Copilot, or you could say ChatGPT. But with ChatGPT, I do not get my integration of Microsoft apps. Therefore, I my to go place would be to go to Copilot. Okay. Now the most imperative question. Come on, this is too much information, right? How does AI know this stuff? Well, generative AI models, like the ones that are, the Chat GPT ones or the DeepSeek ones, get their knowledge from training and then from any context that you provide to them. Therefore, what is most important is that the context that you provide, which is the prompt, should be absolutely accurate. Okay. Three things here. How this AI knows stuff. This is a very basic one, and all of us have this question on our mind, and no one asks. So I asked ChatGPT or Copilot to say, "Hey, how do you know your stuff?" This is the response that I got. First of all, pre-training. Generative AI models start their learning from hundreds of terabytes of data from the internet. For example, ChatGPT 3.5 was trained on 175 billion parameters. This initial step is called pre-training. Next, further tuning. After pre-training, models go through instruction tuning and sometimes reinforcement learning from human feedback. These steps make AI responses more useful to users. And step number three, limitations and safeguarding. Not that limitations are not built in, they are, yet there is, it really depends on the kind of training that it has had. So Gen AI models have knowledge limits. For instance, 3.5 ChatGPT is unaware of events after September 2021. However, we have ChatGPT 4.0. Therefore, I think we are in a good space. Well, before you dive in, and think about copyright issues, data protection, and age restrictions, yes, all of those play a big role. That's in your hand. You want to use it with your students. What age group? Have you had your policies in place? Have you had agreements? Have you had conversation with parents? All of those things will play a huge role in how you use, Copilot in your school. But as far as creating a prompt is concerned, here's a very simple way which Microsoft offers for you to know how to create a prompt. We're going to deep dive into this when we are on our fourth session. Our fourth session focuses on that. So next to next Tuesday, we are going to talk about this. But until then, just remember, you need to have an effective way of drafting a prompt. Number one, have very clear learning objectives. It's very important. Determine your goal. What is it that you're seeking? What is the role that AI should take? For example, if you saw the prompt that I gave, I said I'm a grade 3 or 4 coordinator. I'm very clear about my role of who I am. Allow the Copilot to know, or your generative AI tool to know who you are, and then say what you're looking for. Like I said, that I'm planning the annual computer science fest in my school. What is it that you will be doing in that? Be specific. Okay. When you're being specific, your instructions go like, I want to will be showcasing excellence in technology with specific focus on Gen AI for fostering creativity. All right. So what is it that you're looking for? Well, I'm looking for you to help me plan unique learning engagements, including activities, showcase, workshop, challenges, games, competitions for 50 students at my school, for 50 students, for at my school, and 50 students visiting from 10 other schools. So imagine how very specific I have been and how much time I would have spent in drafting this prompt. That's very important. The structure of the prompt really defines the kind of result that you're going to do. But do remember, break the complex task into smaller parts. What I've not done till now is told the chatbot about the duration of the event, uh, what is it that the kind of grouping that I'm looking for? Is there any criteria for success? I have to define all of that. So while you're structuring that, do remember, iterate and refine multiple times. The first response from AI might not always be aligned perfectly to your expectation. Don't hesitate to rephrase that prompt. Ask follow-up questions. You saw me the number of follow-up questions that I ask. Look for deeper inputs. Provide more context based, on the initial input. You saw me doing that. And it's super simple if you can have a straight conversation with a chatbot to say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And the AI tool will help you enhance and streamline your, thinking and help you offer you multiple options. So AI can actually suggest the content, but the educator decides the best way to edit and present it or use it in the in future. Yeah. So while we are looking at it, here's one thought from one of the teachers. This teacher thinks that with this technology, it is like there are 20 extra teachers in one classroom. You won't believe it. I literally took this to heart, and what we did was I created a room for conversation, and I said we're going to have a subject specific meet, and we want to streamline the way we teach fractions from grade uh, 3 to grade 8 because there's a lot of overlap, and there has to be the knowledge has to build from one grade to another. And each teacher had to use Copilot. Yes, had to. So imagine each teacher using Copilot to know where are the gaps, how can I enrich content for my own grade. So grades 3 to 8 teachers sit together, 5 teachers out there um, sitting together with Copilot, which means at least 20 extra teachers. Imagine hundreds of brains put together to actually improve that plan. Isn't that awesome? Well, it is absolutely amazing. Yeah. So that is one use. But yes, there's another use. You can even use Copilot to create images because there is Microsoft Designer in Copilot that can help you personalize, any image that you want, and you can create something. And let's try that. While we are at it, I'm going to go ahead and create an image. Probably the prompt that was used for this one, I'm going to use that. But do remember, while creating these prompts, you must know that you must have, especially for creating images, have an adjective, have a noun, have a verb, and have a style. I hope that made sense to you. And I'm going to take you to Copilot once again. Just give me a minute. Here you go. I'm on Copilot. Now, I'm not going to have a threaded conversation. So each time you come back, please do not carry on in the same chat. Just open up a new chat. Now, do you see on the left side? Do you see, before I start working on that, do you see on the left side, I have these conversations. So imagine the kind of conversations that I've had are all available here. I can even get agents. In another session, I'm going to talk about agents. They are the next hottest topic around and next hottest buddies around. So I'm going to talk about all of this in another session. However, today let's just stick to this. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say create an image of an adorable puppy wearing a hat in a photorealistic style. So an adjective, a noun, a verb, and a style. Okay. Remember that. Here you go. Let's see what happens. And I'll tell you what. never ever should we be able to get the same results. So do personalize these prompts. I just picked it up because I wrote it along with another, thinking buddy. So I've taken this prompt, but while you're writing, change something about it and see the, oh, look at that one. Isn't that such a cutie? Well, yes, you could actually create this. You could also have, look at these, the options being offered. Make it a golden retriever instead, or add some toys around the puppy, or change the hat to the cowboy hat. Sorry about this. Let me just bring it back. Yeah. So I'll say make it a golden retriever instead, and also add some toys around the puppy. Make the hat to be a birthday hat. Okay, so let me just have fun with this puppy now. So yes, you can actually look at that. Copilot designer in Copilot at work, and within minutes you will get the image. Within seconds, actually, you'll get the image. And of course, while you're at this, you could download this, you could copy this, or you could even add another page to it and have a multi-page booklet for you to browse. Oh, look at that. I knew you're going to say, oh. So there you go. Well, make it look like a party scene. It already looks like a party scene and looks like a puppy party over here. Yeah. So you want to add more balloons to the background, whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. I'll let you have fun with this. I'm going to share this image with you in our chat and let me see what you're creating. Go ahead. A minute to create. Look at those images popping up. So go ahead and share your image with us in the chat window. I'm going to wait for you to share your images with us. I'm going to bring back our conversation here, and you go ahead and create something, create an image in Copilot and share with us in the chat window. Let's see what you create. Do remember an adjective, a noun, a verb, and style. Can we create an animated picture? Ah, Richa ma'am, we're always asking for more, right? Well, that's in the works right now. No, not with this tool, but there's another tool for that. So when we do our fourth session, I will share a tool with you where you can actually turn your images into animated images, and there might be some action happening there. Yeah. So, yes, wait for that. For now, this is what you're looking forward to. And here's the where can you learn more? You can go ahead and use this module, get to know your Copilot. There is a course on Microsoft Learn. Additionally, you can also deep dive into Copilot, tech page. I'm giving this to you in the chat window. Just a second. Did it not? Okay. Yeah. Now it's going right. So please go ahead and pick up the link to learn more from your chat window, dive deeper into the world of generative AI, and you could learn from multiple places. There's an AI for educators learning path on Microsoft Learn. There is also, for Copilot, you have a dedicated tech page that is available. So for enabling in your own organization, you could actually take a look at that. Oh, how nice. How lovely. So here you go. Yes, you can create animation, animated picture in the sense that, no, this is not animated, Sheetal ma'am. Animated would mean that, something is moving. So we'll get to that as well. Don't worry, in another session. But thank you for trying. Thank you, Rupani ma'am, for sharing the image. Love the multitasking woman. So happy Women's Day, everybody. It was just round the corner. So yeah, I hope you all had a great, Women's Day. And, towards the end of each session, we do tell you about this. To earn a e-certificate for today's session, you need to take a knowledge test. Yes, that's important. Yeah, take a knowledge check. and you will receive a certificate at a nominal cost of 200 rupees. And to take the test, here's the link. So please take this link, and you can take today's test. And Sheetal Arora, ma'am, congratulations, you've already earned the certificate last for the first session that we have. So many congratulations to you. And those of you who are still thinking of taking, Duita ma'am is sharing all the links. Anamika ma'am, a very happy Holi to you as well. Love it that you're using it for Holi. And Meena ma'am, you've used it to create a picture of photosynthesis. My God, that's pretty detailed. Lovely. So keep creating. Take your test, on Power Up with Microsoft Copilot. We've given the link in the chat window, and I have a request from Tarang saying, can you share the slide of mentioning the 5 benefits of Copilot in general before the slide Copilot for Educators? Of course, I can. Just give me a minute. Let me just roll back to that slide. You said benefits of Copilot are you talking about this one or this one? Not sure. Please confirm so that I know which one are you looking for. Okay, you're most welcome. You got your slide. And yes, the recording of this session will be available on our YouTube channel. Please, join us, follow us, whichever way you can. Keep up with all the recordings of all the sessions. And I would say distribute it heavily within your school so that other teachers learn from that as well. And also on our Instagram, you'll find all of these available. I hope you are a part of our, community. If not, please join our community on WhatsApp. Sorry, this is the community. Go ahead and, join our community. We're happy to have you there and coexist and co-learn from each other. That's something that we do best. You know that we are hosting these sessions for teachers. We had a great gathering today. We would love to double it up, so do help us reach out to more teachers, invite more people. There's no cost attached here. Come and attend, do learn with us, do share with us your success points. That's what we rely on. And I will meet you next on 18th of March. The timing remains the same, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to talk about AI and creativity, the ultimate duo. So if you have loved designer, what you're telling me in the chat window, you're absolutely going to love the next session. Do come back on 18th of March, Tuesday. I will see you on Tuesday. But yes, very, very important. We thrive on your feedback. Please do, share your feedback with us. We would love to hear back from you. So do know that I'm going to keep the test when screen over here because I know you all love love to learn and love to know if how well you have learned. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sharda. Good to see you here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you here. And thank you, Duita, for helping us coordinate and sail through this entire session. And I think I sincerely hope everybody had a takeaway today. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening ahead. I'll see you on 18th of March. Thank you. Bye bye.